Welcome to Loli Let's Plays. It's shameful that I'm doing this, but it's even more shameful that you're watching me do it. So, hooray for that. So, this is Hollow Knight. It's a game that I rather enjoy. I've played it many times, and I'm looking forward to playing it again. In fact, I'm gonna skip these openings, so if you've never played Hollow Knight, fuck you. So, meow. So basically, I don't want anyone to ever see these videos. I'm just recording this for my own self-satisfaction. And also because it's like, it's really good practice. Whoa, I've been watching a lot of Hollow Knight Let's Play by someone else that I like. So actually seeing it again from my computer is it's really cool because of course my monitor is 240 hertz right now. Yeah, that's what it's set to. It's actually a 360 hertz monitor, but the 240 hertz mode is the ultra low motion blur mode, so it looks strictly better than the 360 hertz mode. So it's really, that's my advice for you if you get like one of the insane like $700 plus gaming monitors that just boast super high frame rate, is try to find the best mode that it has, which is probably not actually the mode with maximum frame rate. So that's just a tip between you and me. So basically, like how YouTube is like, right? YouTube is like only 60 frames per second still, even though it's 2024. So, yeah, I'm used to seeing this in 60 frames per second now. Actually, wait. The Let's Player might have even been doing 30 frames per second, which would be, wow, so outdated. But, like, yeah, seeing it in 240 frames in low motion blur mode, which makes it, like, it looks very CRT, but without all the ghosting. Like, where CRT would have, like, several frames of ghosting, this is, like, I don't know, like a sub-frame of ghosting. I don't know. It's a really low amount of ghosting. So the reason I'm playing this, right, is literally just so I can practice my higher registry. So it's going to be quite embarrassing for me to perform this, and probably far more embarrassing for someone to watch it. I don't even have enough geo for the map. It's okay, I don't need the map. But really, it's literally practice. It's not practice so that I get it right. I don't have any delusions that I'm ever going to get it quote-unquote right. But rather, it's practice to just train my muscles, Because vocal cords, mouth shape, all that stuff is, ultimately it's just muscle control, right? So, if I want to be able to do that and have it sound natural, what I really need to do is practice. And by practice, it means using my vocal cords, trying to make it sound like that. And so that's what I'm doing now, is I'm using my vocal cords, and I'm trying to make it sound like that. Now normally, I don't really go very far, because I'm not very smart about how I'm practicing. I haven't been practicing lately. This is like my push to really start practicing for real again. This is my 2024 attempt. I've made attempts prior. So I figure, like, if I'm just like laying on my back on my bed in my room, just talking to myself in the voice, I quickly run out of things to blather about, because honestly, my stream of consciousness isn't that coherent. Like, really. Like, when you really force it to front itself and you, like, make it have things to say, like, you must supply more words now, well, then, like, for me anyway, I can't just do that about nothing. So, here, I have Hollow Knight to rely on instead. So, that's cool. I could just talk about Hollow Knight, which I haven't done at all so far. So, earlier this year, I played like 40 or 50 hours of Hollow Knight earlier this year, bringing my total to like 190 or something like that. I've done a Steel Soul run. I got 100% or 112% on that run. Although the hard part about the Steel Soul is not the percentage, it's just the main clearing of the game. Because at the beginning of the game, you're the most weak, most at risk of dying. And, like, by the time I had enough muscle memory built up that I could, like, easily beat the game without ever dying, like, at that point, you know, you get far enough into the game that you can go clear it and win, and then there it is, you won your Steel Soul run. And at that point, just finishing off, getting 112%, there's almost no risk of actually dying at any point. Like, unless you just really forget that you're playing Steel Soul and go completely, like, not paying attention mode. You know? But this is not a Steel Soul run. This is just a regular run, so I'm not really in super duper careful mode. And also, it has been like a month since all those Hollow Knight runs. Or maybe that was like 2 months ago. So my muscle memory isn't gonna be up-to-date fresh, but it's still gonna be like, you know, this year fresh. So really, I don't foresee any problems, and we should beat the game in this video. And tune in for the next video where I do it again. Pretty much exactly the same way. It'll be very repetitive, sort of mind-numbing content if you actually sit down and watch any of it. Yeah. And I'll be reading all the comments, so if you want to criticize me for, 1, existing, 2, having the webcam on, so, like, your imagination is now being challenged. Like it's even, like, you can't even close your eyes and just imagine that I look like a cute anime girl, because I look like this. And maybe that is a cute anime girl to you. And in that case, welcome to reality. So, that was the False Champion, right? I think. Is it Champion or False? Is it like False Knight? I'm confusing it with like the Dream version of itself. I think it's the False Knight and the Failed Champion or something. It doesn't really matter. I'm sure I'll find that out eventually. And I already found it out before and I've forgotten, so I'm sure I'll forget again. So look forward to that when I do forget again. Look forward to me forgetting everything. I have a bunch of coffee here from Waffle House. You see this? You see that? Hold on. You see that? I have some Waffle House coffee. It's black. It's what some may call fucking delicious. So one thing lately, so I'm like someone who, like, I guess from like ages 15 to 28, I drank like pretty much nothing but soda, right? And before that, it was chocolate milk when I was a real kid. It was like chocolate milk all the time. So like I always was drinking unhealthy beverages, and I couldn't stand coffee at all. And what I think it is, right, is not just like a distaste for bitterness, though that is there. But it's like the way when you eat some foods and some drinks taste different. Have you experienced this? I experienced this from a very, very young age, so it's very normal for me to think about it. Like, my main example I would go for is like, we had like Tostitos tortilla chips, and we had like Publix or Walmart chocolate milk. The Walmart chocolate milk was so nasty. I mean, it wasn't nasty, it just smelled like how I imagined bleach to smell. And I couldn't get that idea out of my head when I drank it. So, yeah, I would eat the Tostito, and the salt, right? The salt would make the chocolate milk taste so much better than I already loved it, but it's like, I didn't have really words for it. I just knew for a fact that the Tostitos made the chocolate milk better. And that way, I think the reason I hated coffee so much for so many years, like black coffee specifically, like, I actually made a lot of progress in this. For the last few years, I've been able to drink coffee with a lot of sugar and some milk. Or half and half or whatever. But like, so like, what I'm trying to say is, I think it was because my mouth was always like sugared the hell out with all the soda, not Coke. I didn't drink Coca-Cola that much. My main sodas right now were, so I like very recently gave up soda, so I'll probably relapse on that and drink soda again at some point, but for now I've given it up. My most recent was the purple Mountain Dew Mystic Punch that they just came out with. That one's pretty good, honestly. I consider myself, yeah, I guess I would consider myself a bit of a soda aficionado or connoisseur. But yeah, it's just water for me now. Although the coffee is basically just water with benefits, unless you sweeten it. So, like, it has no calories. It has like 2 calories per drink. So it's not really soda-like at all. It's just whatever. It's fine. But yeah, my mouth, it has only tasted water. Okay, that's not fair. Like, I did have some soda a few days ago. I had like a Baja Blast, but like, anyway, mostly water. And so when I tasted the coffee today, black, I was like, I bet this will be good. And it was very good. And I was expecting it to be bitter, even though I was expecting it to be not bitter. It's like I had 2 expectations. It's sort of like my life lived experience told me, this will be bitter and I'll hate this. But my wisdom told me, things have changed now, I can do this. And I could, and I did. And it's great. But yeah, basically, I think the reason it was so bitter for me was just because my mouth was always, had just come from having soda previous. Because soda every day, all the time, every day, right? So, soda and then black coffee, like the contrast between like dozens of grams of sugar versus no sugar, it was just like too much of a contrast for my poor little soul. And so I go, Mazari! And then, you know, spit it out or whatever. So yeah, basically, the reason I mentioned the Steel Soul run earlier... Nope. The reason I mentioned it earlier, right, is just because, like, it means that I have the game's map pretty well memorized at this point. Because, like, of course, on a Steel Soul run, every time you die, you have to restart. So, every time I didn't win, I had to restart. So, I basically replayed the beginning of the game a lot of times. And even outside the Steel Soul run, I did a few, like, I did a run afterwards too, just because the game is so fun. Like, I want to live in this world for a little bit, you know? Like, I only have like 80 some odd years on this earth, you know, if I'm lucky. So it's like, do I want to spend every day walking around this planet, or do I want to spend some of those days walking around a planet that doesn't exist? One that other humans created out of the fucking need to express something that we all have. Yeah, I think I'll explore some virtual worlds too. I mean, I'm blessed to live in the time where we can do that. If anything, it's sort of like, it would be sort of rude not to, you know? Like 100 years ago, you couldn't do this. Imagine having to live your life without that. If you have a good imagination, good for you. If you don't, that's fine. So, I've managed to pretty much avoid talking about anything I'm doing. But the point is I basically have this game subconscious at this point, so that I don't have to think about what I'm doing at all. Which does mean that, like, what I'm talking about is just stream of consciousness now, which is like the same problem as before, but at least now I have the guise of recording it, so that does give me, like, some sort of foundation to keep blathering on about whatever. Although this is sort of always how my Let's Plays have always gone. My first Let's Play I did, where I spoke during it, was an Untitled Story Let's Play. That's a Game Maker game by Maddie Thorson from 2007. That's the Celeste creator, but they hadn't made Celeste yet. And in 2007, they posted an Untitled Story to the Game Maker community forum. That was back when Game Maker had a space in the name. Now it's spaceless. It was Game Space Maker at the time. It was still owned by the fucking guy, the European. Was he European? Was he Russian? I don't know what he was. Mark Overmars. I don't know if that's pronounced differently than how it's spelled. I don't know. Yeah, that was a good time to be alive on forums. Ask someone who was alive on forums in 2007. They'll tell you. That was a pretty good time to do that. And so I've been a fan of that person's work forever. And yeah, so my first Let's Play was on that game, and honestly, monologuing to a microphone or to a camera is like, kind of like one of those skills that's completely useless. Like, I can't imagine anyone ever being paid for it. So yeah. I should probably just go get the dash from Silksong Win. She's up here. So, yeah. So this is Grain Path. It's got Hornet. We're gonna get a dash. It's gonna improve our mobility. We're going to be a key that will unlock more parts of the game. That's basically any power-up in a Metroidvania is a key that unlocks things in the game that you could not get to, or open, or defeat without it. In this case, the dash does that. Not every power-up is a key. Like, the nail arts don't do anything. The upgraded magic doesn't do anything. The upwards magic attack doesn't do anything. Like, none of those are required to beat the game. But you must get the dash. As far as I know, I mean, with how glitches go, I mean, let's just assume any speedrunner glitch tech doesn't count for this. I'm assuming you're, like, a random average person who's just happened to find me. I'm not pushing my upper register high enough. Hold on. I need to make it, like, I need to go so far that my voice falls away. Hello? Wow. Wow, that's so hollow. That's so hollow and that's not even much higher pitched. Wow, horrible. It's all weird muscle stuff, you know? So it's like finding the shape at which things sound good is hard. And in fact, it's so... it's like so demeaning. It's like so embarrassing and like so like even when I'm doing it with no one around, even when I'm doing it with nobody around and no one can hear me, it's one of the most embarrassing things, and it makes me feel like, damn, death would be cool or whatever. But instead of killing myself, I'm just practicing. So I'm letting myself sound horrible. I'm letting myself sound horrible for probably minutes or hours at a time. Just so that maybe one day when I try this, it won't be horrible. So that I can finally voice act the fucking entire roster of characters that I want to voice act in my projects. That's right! This was all for my ambition. It was all for my art. Or really, it was just internalized sexism or internalized transphobia or whatever it was. It was like the need for a certain type of face to have a certain type of voice that is a internalized bigotry within all of us. Some people have shrugged it off, and they are all the better for that, but not me, and not you. I need to go to the next area. Where do we go after I get the dash? I guess to the Soul Sanctuary. But to get to the Soul Sanctuary, I need to have the Mantis Claw, so we're actually going to the Mantis Village. Soul Sanctuary is a pretty important place. It's a pretty important place for me to be at, so... I will attempt to go there, and then we will have the fun. Okay, wow. Pushing it that far really just took all of it out of me. So I'm just gonna not do that. It's also like, I may or may not have had strep throat for like the past year. So, to that extent, like, maybe I can't push myself as far as I did a year ago, or something like that. I'm trying to find the place at which it stops being horrible, but instead sounds kind of okay, but I'm failing at finding that place. And I'm embarrassing myself more. So instead, I'm gonna keep doing it, because that's the entire theme of this video, is being annoying with my annoying voice that I hate, in hopes that if I do it long enough, it will just become good. Maybe after, like, several months of this. Oh god. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload these daily, but I'm gonna schedule it for like a year ahead, so that I don't have to actually be there when they upload. so that if YouTube recommends someone a channel with no subscribers and no views, if it and I somehow get seen by somebody, then at least I will have the time distance from having done this, so that maybe the overflowing wells of shame will be slightly less intense. But now that I think about it, probably not. I at least don't want to have comments coming in saying, please stop. Back when I only have one of them recorded and thus could very well actually stop. I want to be so sunk in deep into the project such that any notion of stopping would be more laughable than my own fucking suicide. Anyway, I seem to have gone the wrong direction, so I'm just gonna head back the way I came. I may have the map memorized, but I'm also in no thought mode. So while I'm in no thought mode, I'm just sort of bumbling around. Possibly similar to how I might have bumbled in the past, but not necessarily. I mean, any kind of bumbling can be its own kind of thing. You know, if I just put like an Elmo face up there and said, here's my bad Elmo impression. It's like Elmo, but not very good. But that would actually save me some shame. But instead, it's just my face. There's no getting out of this one. And I can't even make the excuse that I'm like super duper high. Because even though there is a source of THC in the house that I could go hit up, I don't want to, so I'm not gonna. It's like, yeah, why the Elmo voice and not the one that sounds a little bit better? Is because this one pushes me further. And when it comes to the muscles, you really want to push them to where they're being pushed and not to where they're comfortable. If your goal is to make the muscles damaged, isn't that how you make muscles better? Is you damage them and then they heal back better? Isn't that how it works? I have not researched this at all. This might not have been a good idea. But hey, I got a free charm notch. I haven't even equipped the charm that I got earlier. So, you know, it's fine. No worries. I don't need them. Because this playthrough isn't even about playing. It's about talking. It's about talking. And it's not about what I'm talking about. It's not a piece of content. It's not a product. It's genuinely me forcing myself to speak in a register that makes me sound bad. And not to embarrass myself, which it is doing. But just so that after hours and hours of this, that maybe my muscles will I will wake up one day to find that my vocal range has improved somewhat. And then I'll be more squishy closer to my goal. More squishy. Mara mara dane. Ooh. Giving into the manicness is fun. The coffee is flowing through me, and the dopamine, and even the embarrassment to a degree. All of it comes together to make an experience that is unforgettable. Or at the very least, when I try to forget this later, I won't succeed. It'll be later than that, when I'm not trying to forget about it. That's when I won't remember. That's when I won't remember anything. When I'm trying not to not remember. When I'm remembering to not forget. That's when it'll all be gone. Well, I've lost it all. It really is quite gorgeous, though. Like 240 frames a second at low motion blur on this monitor. It's very pretty. It's really very pretty. Like, it's hard to overstate how much my dumb dopamine manic brain is enjoying this. Go away, Mantis! I don't need you! I don't need to fight you! If this was last year, I would be fighting all of you. I would be trying to get as much gold as possible to get the fire lamp and the fragile greed and the fragile strength. But I don't need them. I don't need them! None of that stuff is necessary. And also, I'm gonna have enough gold to get the lantern anyway, so... Actually, do you need the lantern to beat the game? I literally don't know. I haven't looked that information up, nor have I thought it through. Maybe not! I don't know. Is the ancient basin in the dark? It would make sense if it was. But I don't know if it is. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. I don't know anything. So, I think what I will do is... What I will do... I think what it is I will do... is just not get the fire lamp and instead see how far that takes me. What am I doing? This isn't the city. The city's over there, obviously. Not there, obviously. That's the bench. It's up above. Once again, I should probably be putting thought into some of this, but if I put thought into it, maybe I'd think well enough better than this to even record this in the first place. So, you know, that's the danger, is I might come to my senses. So I better not think, I better just continue on forging ahead with no regard to anything at all, and just play the game to my heart's content, and get as many words in there as I can. So I'm walking through the Mantis Village. The need to make something interesting outside of the very spectacle that I'm producing with my bullshit is getting to me. It's making me want to talk about things that are interesting, but that requires thinking. So that's also a problem. So if you're watching and you're expecting me to say something interesting, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I can't be having expectation havers in my audience. No, but for real though, if I just sputter on about nothing, that's what you get. Like, for instance, I'm walking to the city of tears. Rain world. City of raindrops and sad crying. And that's not it either. I walked past it, god damn it. Someone really needs to install eyes on this thing. My brain. I have an announcement to make. It's actually really funny that I'm doing this. Therefore, laugh. Please? Thank you. Okay, so, what am I doing? I'm just making it to the City of Tears so that I can get the Desolate Dive. So that I can desolate and dive. Desolate and dive. Alright, without the fire lamp, it's actually going to be kind of hard to get the dream nail, because I don't have the layout of the cave memorized, so I might fall into the spikes and die. So I should get 1800 geo before I go back there. But for the time being, I'm just going to rush to the Soul Sanctuary to get my desolate dive. And then I'm going to hopefully have enough geo to get the fire lantern, the light bulb, the firelight, the torch, the flashlight, the fucking firefly. And when I do, I will go through the crystal caverns. I will get the crystal ash. I will get the dream nail. And then it's just bouncing around places. I'm gonna be getting the mantis. No, I already got the mantis claw. I'm gonna be getting the monarch wings. I'm gonna be getting the fucking probably the whatchamacallit, the shade cloak or whatever. Shade cloak. Yeah, the thing with me, right, is I was someone who, after puberty, you know, my voice deepened to a register that is probably sort of par to low-pitched, sort of medium low-pitched male vocal range. Not like the little boys who get to keep some of their high-pitchedness. Not me! So when I try to be an anime girl, it doesn't sound good at all. But that gap can be overcome with sheer determination and practice. And skill and technique, which is born of practice and research. But mostly practice, and this is practice. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be really annoying for a very long time until I'm not. But the only way to get it through that is through it. The other option is to give up on something that I've wanted forever. And, you only get the one life, bro. Citation needed. I mean, okay, let's say there's an afterlife, right? It's not probably guaranteed anything like that, but let's say there is. Whatever idea you have for an afterlife is also definitely not guaranteed. And anything you can imagine, it could very well be very different from that. Say there is an existing afterlife that you will go to when you perish. It's probably something wild beyond imagination. I mean, I have wild beyond type imagination, so I've already imagined it, but you probably don't. So, what I'm saying is, you might end up on a place unlike Earth. You might end up as a being unlike a human. And therefore, sure, you live twice, but none of your desires will fit the context of your second incarnation, right? Necessarily, it won't necessarily be the same. So it's not like you're gonna get to do everything you didn't do this time. It's more like you're gonna do a bunch of different things. So anything that you want to do in this life, you really probably ought to do it. And also, there probably, maybe, isn't even an afterlife, so, you know, there's that too, but, I don't know, I hold out cope for it, personally. I cope every day. But, the cope wasn't good enough, so I had to be okay with my existence being extinguished. Maybe you're not okay with that. Maybe you're a subscriber to a mainstream religion. And in that case, maybe you've just adopted the cope. The afterlife cope is now just part of your life and you just don't think about it. And then, you know, maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay, but eventually you have to... Eventually I had to... Eventually, someone has to do something about it! And in that case, it was me. And the thing I did about it was be okay with it. And even though I'm okay with it, it doesn't mean I don't want better. And that's why I still hold out cope. But anyway, while I live this life, which very well shall probably maybe be the only one I get, I am going to try to do the thing that I want to do. In that case, it's, having a vocal range varied enough to perform also the girl characters in my abridged content. So yeah, links to my abridged content will not be in the description. If you found this, you can certainly find that. I believe in you. From one Loli Let's Player to another watcher of them, I think you could probably find anything if you set your heart out. If you make a wish in your soul to find it, and then you diligently attempt, maybe you'll succeed even. Maybe someone else already has and it's in the comment section. Maybe I linked here from that channel years in the future as a joke, as just like a prank. Like, here for anyone obsessed with my channel, here's some truly horrid shit for you to guzzle down like a fucking piggy, because I know how it is. I have the BPDs, I have the whatevers, the ADHDs or whatever. I have as much of it as one would need to find that acceptable. It's like, once you really dig into a channel, it's like that's your job. That's like, it's the thing that provides the stability in your life, is that this is what I'm spending my time on right now. It's just this person's content. Oh my god! So I will literally watch anything that they've ever touched, ever, and even if it's of dubious quality. In fact, the more dubious the quality, the more real it becomes, and therefore, the more parasocial the more satisfying my actual genuine feelings toward this person are. I mean, parasocial relationship. And, you know, if you haven't broken out of that sort of loop yet, then, and if that's happening to you right now, but about my channel, then God bless you. And I hope that this satisfies your cravings for that garbage. Best case scenario is you were trying to find Hollow Knight content, but somehow you found me instead. And in that case, you know what? You're welcome. This is content of the Hollow Knight variety. I will admit that I'm pretty good at it. I'm not like speedrunner quality, but like, what do you want? It's a Let's Play. It said Let's Play in the title. So yeah, I'm strictly like far above Let's Player quality, because it's not a blind play, and I'm very good at video games in general, at least the ones that I set my mind to and that I've carried along with me throughout my life. The genres that speak to me, that have carried me through from fucking birth to now, I consider myself pretty okay at them. And so, you know, I'm at least good enough at Hollow Knight to do a casual playthrough without dying, without even thinking about it. So, here we are, Soul Tyrant. Come to me, baby. It's time. Damn it, you're not the Soul Tyrant. I was expecting a difficult boss battle. Instead, you're the regular version. What am I supposed to do with this bullshit? Fuck you. Give me the dream version right now. So this is a guy who, he sort of teleports around. He has a sword once when he wants to. Does he? Does he? What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the other guy. Does he have a sword sometimes? I don't know. He has the Desolate Dive attack. He uses it on you. And maybe I imagined him holding a sword, but he's clearly not. He's clearly just fucking barrel-chestedly slamming himself down into the ground above me, into the ground below me. So yeah, no sword, he just has some magic, some sort of infection-based magic, and he, I don't know, he's just like a guy, you know? He's just like a dude. He's just been hanging out, getting slowly more infected over the years. He's like held out. Also, here's a really cute fake out boss battle finish. He'll spit out the magic spell for Desolate Dive, and then he'll fight me again. Oh yeah, that's room temperature black coffee. I've never enjoyed that in my life before. Not because I'm a cliche, mainstream boomer, but because I've just never had it before. And now that I am having it, I have to say it is actually quite enjoyable. The idea that coffee becomes bad at a certain temperature is wild because, like, people drink iced coffee and people drink hot coffee, and sometimes it's the same people drinking both simultaneously. And so what's the in-between? It's gotta be lukewarm coffee. You can't say you hate it just because it's not the default kind. You coward! You have to enjoy it to its full potential. If you enjoy anything at all, go the full measure, you piece of shit! It just basically tastes like water. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, now we have the Desolate Dive. We almost have enough money to get the whatever's thing. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forget what that lever just opened. This? Did it open this? I think so, yeah. I think it did. I don't want the Hornet's Crown Seal. I will. No, I won't. I don't need any of that bullshit. You think I give a shit about your shit? No. No, I have long since forgotten how to give a shit about your shit. I have long since forgotten how to give a shit about any of your shit. So instead, I will partake in the world-famous and holy tradition of not giving a shit, which I have mastered from a young age, really. I'm a prodigy. I'm a goddamn not giving a shit prodigy. And if anything, all depression is, it's a sickness of shit giving. It's, oh shit, I gave too much of a shit. Fuck, I fucked up. Shit. You know? Instead, I had to grow and become more human. And become like a functioning brain wielder. And let me tell you, it's not glamorous being a braino. A braino. It's not glamorous. It's in fact, it's quite stressful, actually, to have a brain. But the alternative is the afterlife. Or its non-existence. But here's the thing, right? I'm an atheist, right? So my afterlife is actually based on nothingness, right? You know about the De Sitter universe, right? You know about the heat death, right? You know about the infinity, the ever-expanding space and quantum fluctuations, right? If that shit could blow up and become me, you can do it again, motherfucker. I mean, I also have no faith in time, you know? Like, I have no faith in the concept of time, right? So it's like a Philosophy 101 style college bro sort of thought experiment sort of question posed to me once was like the cliche of like, if you were like teleported, or if you had to be sent to hell for 1,000 years, but when you got back, you didn't remember any of it, and you got back like right when you left or whatever, would it matter? Right? And it's so like, the point of it, the thought experiment, is it's a very bad thing you're experiencing, but it's happening hypothetically, like imaginarily. It's like an imaginary happening. This is not the point of the thought experiment, this is my conclusion to it. This is my take on it. Is that if you're in hell for 1,000 years, but you're just suddenly left reality and then you're suddenly back and no time has passed and you don't have any memory of it, then for all intents and purposes, it did not actually happen. It's like a virtual particle. It's like a virtual you. Right? Like the continuity of consciousness is important. My lucky numbers are on screen right now. I'm so happy. 1717. I decided when I was a kid that 17 is my favorite number. No, I wasn't 17. I was much younger than that. God. Huh. Imagine waiting until you're 17 to pick your favorite number. Talk about late bloomers. Am I right? So yeah, last year I lost my mind, like, completely. It was great, except I made, like, poor decisions during that time. But it was really good, and I got, like, you know, like, when you lose your mind and you become superstitious about numbers? It's like that. But I mostly used my superstitions in order to give myself a dopamine boost. You know, I didn't want to be like a superstitious person who's constantly panicking about the world ending or bad omens or demons coming or, you know, getting killed or died or whatever. I wanted a superstition that worked for me, you know? So I made up my own superstition and then believed it. And I did believe it. It was a wild time to be me, and I still kind of believe it. Not really, but kind of, you know? It's like the part of me that believes it is in there, and if I need it, I can touch it. I can touch it. Because it's not all bad. It's not all bad being crazy, you know? In fact, it's mostly good, because reality doesn't have to plague you so much anymore. But what they don't tell you is that there are healthy ways to make reality stop plaguing you. Can you imagine that? Healthy ways. Just walk every day. Just go out for a walk for an hour every day forever. And you will find that you led a really, 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 really good life. This is guaranteed to work with a 0% success rate. So, I'm not going to get this piece of mask. I'm just going to go all the way back up through Fog Canyon because I didn't pay for any of the stags. I guess I should get some geo while I'm here. Do the jellyfish drop geo at all? Let's see. Yes. So I will kill just the big jellyfish because just the big jellyfish drop geo. And what's the point? What's the point of slaying these small ones? You know? Like, sure, they might be caught up in the crossfire and die anyway. They might give me a bit of soul back so I can heal. But ultimately, if they're not giving me money, they're worthless! So instead, I'm just gonna kill the big ones. Die! Okay, thank you. So, yeah, I almost have $1,800 to get the 1,800 geo required flashlight. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'm gonna go into the Crystal Cavern. I guess I'm gonna go through the Crystal Cavern desolate dive ways and not actually flashlight ways, because that'll be a better path to get both the Crystal Dash and the Dream Nail back to back. If I started with the flashlight path, I'd be sort of gunning towards Dream Nail, and then once you get the Dream Nail, it actually is quite difficult to get back to the Crystal Caverns quickly. So, yeah. I mean, if I was trying to do everything quickly, I would definitely have bought those stag stations, but, you know, I wanna hang out, you know? I'm here to hang out in the world for a little bit. I'm not here to do everything as quickly as possible. I'm not here to be efficient. I'm not here to be a speedrunner. I'm not here to be a long player. I'm not even really here to be a Let's Player. I'm I'm here to talk, which I explained again, so I won't. And so over there, I didn't get the Hunter's Journal. I love filling up the Hunter's Journal, but if I was filling up the Hunter's Journal, it would definitely be a 112% run, and not an any percent run, which is what this is. So, you know, whatever. I say any percent run, which makes it sound like a speed run, but here's the thing. A speed run's a speed run. A run is a run. A speed run is a type of run. A run is not a type of speed run. Run can be like the abbreviation of speed run. You can say run, and people mean that speed run. But in this case, I didn't. I meant run. So, in your head, you should know run can mean speed run. Sometimes it just means run. I ran today. I have a body that didn't like running. A decade ago in college, I tried running. As elective, I took walk, jog, run, and I tried running, and it really hurt a lot, and my heart didn't like it, and my lungs didn't like it, but I can walk so much, like I can walk for like 5 hours, you know, I can walk indefinitely, forever, I can just walk forever, but now that I've been walking every day for the past like 38 days, I just, you know, if I'm really serious about the moving of my legs to carry me and the muscles, then I need to be serious all the way. And in that case, I would like to run. I would like my body to let me run. And so I'm starting small, and I'm pushing towards that goal. You know, if you have a goal and you want to achieve it, you have to figure out the steps by which you may achieve it, and then do those things. In this case, I need to get my legs muscles prepared to run, and I need to get my heart and my lungs prepared for running. So I ran a little bit, you know? Like, I do a loop around my house, and there's this flat-ish portion of the loop, and I ran that. And I ran a little bit past that, a little bit too. And, you know, I might do like 30 loops around the house, and I ran like the straight part, let's say it's like a half or a third of a loop. And I ran that 10 times 2 days ago, 15 times today. No, 10 times yesterday, 15 times today. And I feel really good about that. And I feel like, yeah, adding a little bit of running is gonna make it all the more healthier. So the reason I'm doing the walking every day, sure, I have weight I could lose, but really it's the depression and the despair and the fear and the anxiety and the lack of willpower and the failure. Oh, the failure, that's important. It's basically when I walk, right? Walking is good for depression. So I didn't even talk to fucking Sly, so the keen observers who are actually thinking about the game, not me, might have noticed that. I didn't, so I'm gonna go get him. So walking, right? So it was interesting, actually. I walk not every day before, but now I do walk every day, right? Before I didn't, now I do. That's cool. So listen, beforehand, right, when I would walk just whenever I felt like it, that was great. And it helped me. But then, a month ago, unrelatedly, I got super existential dread, crisis. It was like midlife, third life crisis. I'm 28, so that is kind of a third of my life. So I had my 1/3 life crisis, and I was just, oh my god, my life's gonna be extinguished. I'm dead, you're dead, we're all dying, we're all gonna fucking die. Everything's pointless now, before, and after. Nothing amounts to anything, nothing ever amounted to anything, nothing ever will amount to anything. There is no point, all point we make is pointless. All made up points are just whims of people trying to cope, etc. But the logic isn't what bothered me, it was the fear. It was the fear of imagining death, of imagining dying, of imagining my consciousness going away, which is something you can't imagine. And because it's something you can't really imagine accurately, like if you imagine it as sleep, you're wrong. If you imagine it as darkness, you're wrong. Like, it's not eternal darkness. It's the extinguishing of your existence from this world. you know? That's like, you can only be like in darkness if there's an afterlife. You can only be in nothing, like, you know, you can only have an opinion about your death after you died if there's an afterlife. If there's no afterlife, you don't have an opinion. You just don't. You're not there. You are basically a computer program being ran on a brain, and that program will be shut off. But we can only see it from the outside when we look at other people. And therefore, no living thing has ever experienced death. And therefore, no one forever could ever know what it is. And therefore, it is unknown forever. And so the fear of the unknown is basically always there, right? So if you try to imagine that, you might get really, 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 really scared. And I did, and I was scared for like like 10 days. Like all day. Like all day. And so during that period, which again, this was like a month and a half ago, I basically had to reach down deep inside me and find those reasons, you know, the cliches reasons to keep living. You know, it comes a point in everyone's life where things happen. And so I did. I found those reasons, and that's cool. And I butter on a little bit of afterlife cope on top of that, just for sweetener, just to make it feel better. But just the afterlife cope alone isn't enough. I had to find the reasons. Something like, life isn't a beginning and an end, it's just the middle. I need to enjoy my life. I will probably live, you know, multiple times my current lifespan of 28 years. So, you know, that's a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun up to then. So, like, just because I was in that pit of despair, of fear, of anxiety, of dread, of despair, of agony, just because I was inside that, it doesn't mean that that's what it's always going to have to be. It was something better before, so it can be that thing again, but it's better and different now. And now there's like a dark shadow cast across all of life. And, you know, isn't that great? So what I'm saying is, I started walking every day because I got really serious about my life. So this is like my recovery arc. You know, that's hence the stopping of soda. You know, and the more things I pile onto the recovery arc, the more likely it is that I chicken out and quit, and fail, and slump ever further into despair, and then kill myself. And that is a lovely, lovely thing. All of experience is lovely to me. All of it. All of it. All of it is beautiful. All of it is wonderful. All of existence is wonderful. Why would we be here if it wasn't, you know? That sounded like I was justifying bad things by giving like a reason. Not the case. I don't think that there is a reason for bad things to happen. But I also don't think that there's a reason for good things to happen. Because when you think about it, the big question of the universe is how? How? Like Big Bang, okay, from when? It's like, sure, maybe cycling infinite universes forever, but how? How? And the answer is there is no answer. There's theoretically no answer. Like, there is, like, axiomatically, like, there's no answer. Like, I would go as far as to say, you ask the Christian God, of omnipotence and omniscience. You had like a one-on-one chat as peers, and you ask this dude, yo, how though? How though? And he would be like, I don't know. Because, like, you can't know. There's no knowing. There was something. That's it. That's the story of the universe. There was something. There had to have been. Or, and this is fun, this is an alternative, this isn't happening. This isn't real, because, you know, as our fate is our lives being extinguished, our past, present, and our future, nothing ever happened. And nothing can ever happen. And so this also is not. Right? Does that help? Comment below if that helped. You know, whether or not anything is happening doesn't really matter, because, you know, sharing the delusion is nice. And the thing with fancy logic to try to get out of, you know, genuinely grappling with life is that it doesn't actually work, you know? You can get so arrogant and cynical and think you're above it all, but you're not. You're in it. You're in it with me. You're in this hell too. You're trapped in prison with me on Earth until we die. And then next something or nothing. Who knows? Maybe those are the same thing. You know? And it's just, it made me feel so connected to everybody. Like we're all just these stupid worms. Isn't that a lovely thought? The best part about my manic ravings is that I don't have a second person here to Sukomi me. So there's no one here to correct when I say things that go against mainstream zeitgeist. You know, the status quo, America, if you're an atheist, then you believe that, you know, the meaning of life is to give life meaning. You know, if you're a Christian, then you think, the quest for immortality is sinful or whatever, and there's always the bad guy doing that shit. Whereas if you're me, you're just like, yo, I like being here, more please. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's completely natural and normal, and any value you associate with that is purely your own added value. In fact, all of your values are purely your own added value that probably you got from somewhere. Probably someone gave it to you. But maybe you gave it to yourself. Maybe you took in information and then, using what you've learned, you came up with ideas that seemed fresh to you. And God bless it. Please, by all means. That's all of us are doing. So, I've got the Crystal Dash, or what's it actually called? Crystal Heart. I got Crystal Heart. Now I'm going to the Dream Nail. I've got the lantern, the torch, the flashlight, the Lumafly lantern. I got it. Coffee break. It does turn like interestingly sour. I can kind of get why some people wouldn't like that flavor, but you know, it's cool with me. Oh God, is she doing the fucking Elmo voice again? Yes, unfortunately I am. I'm sorry. I don't like it any less than I do. This, I believe, is an important upgrade, so I'm gonna get it immediately. I'm wrong, of course. This will help me not at all, and I will not use the upgrade even one time. But it's a platforming level, and I like those, so off I go. Yeah, my genre of choice is definitely platformer. So, an Untitled Story, right? That was like a Metroidvania. Or a Explore platformer, or whatever the fuck Earthblade is being pitched as. Earthblade is gonna be so cool, it's gonna be like a return to form, it's gonna be like and Untitled Story, but Celeste quality. It's gonna be the best game I've ever played in my life. Because best is of added value. Of course, it has no meaning. There's no quality in a game to measure. It's all just whatever you decide you like. Or, if you're like me, it's what other people decided, and you just sort of go along with it. I have fucked up. But no. The platformer love is mine. I made that decision by continuously playing them. Because they were in front of me, and I could play them. Like Rayman 1, like Commander Keen 4, like Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and Knuckles. Yeah, like Commander Keen 4, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and Knuckles. We got Rayman 1. That was like the big ones. Random Flash games, random Game Maker games made by me or others. Yeah. An Untitled Story, Jumper 2. I didn't actually beat those games ever, and I don't feel the need to. They aren't very mechanically fun to walk around and jump in, so it's not really worth playing, honestly, unless you just like really want to, or you're like 12. Or you really want to and you're 12. In that case, do it. So here I am with the dream nail. Cutscene. It's not really a cutscene yet. I'm just, I'm in a dream, and I'm jumping through these platforms that eventually popped up, following this butterfly, or moth, or whatever. Do you know moth is just a species of butterfly? It's true. Ask a biologist. They'll laugh and say that you got it backwards. So after Dream Nail, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the sewers, right? Because in the sewers, you can get the fucking whatever the fuck, and that is good. It's, I think, not actually necessary to beat the game, but I don't care. I'm getting all the powers. I'm gonna get whatever the fuck. I'm gonna get Monarch Wing. I'm gonna get Shade Dash. Shade Cloak. And then I'm gonna win. Goodbye. Wait, I should probably talk. No, goodbye. I don't need to talk to you. Why would I need to talk to you? You're just a person. I don't have to talk to people. You know? No, if you think about it, if heaven is just endless comfort, then all you need to do is become comforted endlessly. And so to do that, what you need to do is not have stress. And so to do that, what you need to do is to not have neuroses. And to do that, what you need to do is have better mental health. And to do that, what you probably want is exercise, cognitive behavioral therapy, and a lot of practice and self-graciousness, self-forgiveness, sort of willingness to continue, reasons to live, things like that. And then you just need to, do it. Good luck with that. So I'm fighting this guy because I want, I think, 700 essence. I think 700 essence. Is that right? I don't know. Maybe it's 1200. Is it 1200? I want the Awakened Dream Nail so that I can fight the... Radiance. And these Dream Warriors that you fight when you get the Dream Nail, well, they give a lot of essence. Oh no, I died. They give a lot of S. Oh, hell yeah! Fuck yeah, dude. You serious? That's where it spawned me? That rules. That is a way better dream fight than just that random warrior. He's gonna give me like 400 essence or some shit when I kill him. It's gonna be so good. The other guy would have just given me 100. Soul Tyrant, Soul Tyrant, Soul Tyrant, Soul Tyrant. Let's go! Let's fucking go, dude. I love this boss fight. I once was bad at it. That's how gaming works. Gaming teaches you how to get better at gaming. And all you have to do is apply those lessons to the rest of your life. Because once you know how to get good at one thing, you know how to get good at things. It's practice, baby. You just gotta do it, baby. So that's what I'm here doing. I'm here practicing my bullshit. I've explained this 5 times, but like I explained at the beginning, when I go stream of consciousness, it gets repetitive and boring. So I'm explaining that again, repetitively, to bore you. But there's no point to it. I'm not doing it as a joke. It's not like a well-rehearsed part of my comedy routine. Though it is pretty well-rehearsed, considering it's repetitive, which means I've done it a lot. So I've repeated it, and that's practice. You see, bad habits are just practicing things that are bad for you. Good habits is just practicing things that are good for you. You just practice it, and then you get good at it. Start bad, end up a good. That's how it works. So just do that. Ganbatte kudasai, minasan! No, but seriously though, I really like this whole Tyrant fight. It's so comfy. He's like my friend. We're like playing, you know? It's like playtime. It's just like a good comfy vibe. I feel completely safe. You know? I'm just here with my buddy. There he is. He's shooting his infection shit at me. What a cutie. You know? I love him. Let's go. You hit me with the 6 balls. Let's go. Hit me again. Oh yeah. It's Soul Tyrant. Oh yeah. We're fighting. We're doing it. We're doing it and doing it. Whew. So after this fight, I'm gonna have to make my way somewhere. No, I guess I don't. I don't need my money, so I don't actually have to recapture my shade at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm already in the City of Tears, which is where the sewer is. So if anything, this was good, actually, for my plan. I could pretend to say that it was all according to my plan or whatever, and I could even pretend to do that in a way that would convince you. But I'm not gonna. And I'm not even gonna pretend to in a way that isn't convincing. That, well, the joke would be that you know that I'm lying. Because I don't feel like that's funny either anymore. I feel like that's done. You know, that's in the past. That's repetitive. That's trite. Although if you're in the habit of doing that, then that's fine. You've practiced that. And so, you know, by all means, do whatever you want. That's my one rule of life, is do whatever. Ooh. So yeah, after this we're gonna attain the simple key. We're going to attain the simple key. And then after we attain the simple key, we will reach the sewer. And
in the sewer, we'll get whatever the fuck it's called. And fight the mighty White Defender. Which I'm not really sure if I can beat with 5 masks and no nail upgrades and no charms. But, you know, I probably have in the Pantheon done that, so maybe not all at the same time, but I don't know. I believe in me. I think I can do it. Probably gonna get a shitload of essence when I do that. And then that's probably all the essence I need for the whole game. After Soul Tyrant and White Defender. You gotta kill the White Defender because he's probably racist. Just kidding, I don't believe in killing racists. I think doing bad things to bad people is bad things being done into the reality. You just bring that into the universe. It's just more bad things in the universe. So, knock it off, okay? I believe in using violence only when it is absolutely justified. Not necessary, but justified. Like if it's easier, you know? If it's just easier to use violence, then yeah, sure, do it. Just kill. just fight everything in your life. Just fight everything and everyone you have ever met. And every time anything bad happens, just blame someone else. And then hurt them. But here's the thing. You know who you should really be blaming is nobody. It's just we're all caught in the life. We're all caught in the thing that is life. We all have our neuroses. We're all at different parts of our journey. At more or less different states of being mentally well or unwell. So I forgive those who use violence to prevent others from harm. And I forgive those who use violence to commit harm because they probably led a fucked up life to get them to that point in the first place. And I forgive them. It's existence, man. What are you supposed to do? You can't restart, you know? You're just in it. You're just in it. It's just life. It's your life, you know? You know? Provably, punishments never help anything ever. I think there was a study on that. But even if they did, morally it's still not good to do bad stuff to people. You know? If your morality is to create a sense of superiority by which you can harm others, then I would call your morality a morality of evil. And you would be the person I would want violence to be done against preventatively. But in that case, I both forgive you and your attacker. So, now that we have not defeated Soul Tyrant, let's get the fuck out of here. Because really, I'm gonna probably want some nail upgrades for real though. Like, at least one would be nice. So I'm just gonna get one, and maybe pop on Fragile Strength. So I'm gonna need like 800 Geo for that. So I'm gonna get some Geo, and I'm gonna do that. And then maybe I'll be back for you, Soul Tyrant. I know how to get to you. Just kill myself. Although that would break the Fragile Strength, so kind of a bad plan. So I'll just come back here later. I will be back later, you know, because after I get the Monarch Wings, there's literally a Dreamer here, so I gotta come back to get the Dreamer. I mean, there's not literally a Dreamer literally here, but it's close enough. It's close enough.
So, yeah. Right now... Right now... Right now... Right now... Right now... Right now... I'm just headed toward the shop that you can sell the Holonist seal for, so I can get the money for that. And then hopefully by the time I get to the fragile greed, fragile fucking strength, I'm so used to fragile greed being the thing I talk about. Clearly, I must have mentioned it so many times somewhere else, to someone else, to myself, to others, that it's just like, to me, fragile greed is just, you know, it just pops up. It's like I've practiced that. All repetition is practice. All habit is repetition. All learning is habit. All knowledge is trivia. Etc., etc. So, basically, Leg Eater is really close to where you sell, it's where you sell the, worm grubs. So, the little caterpillar, kind of like butterfly grub things. So, that'll give me some cash. And so I can use that cash to, hopefully afford fragile strength. I haven't been getting all the worms that I've found, so it won't give me nearly enough, probably. So, that'll be fine. We'll just make do with what we have, and then we'll have what we have, and we'll make do with that. And we'll never, ever kill my shade again. So we'll constantly have less soul jar. And that's fine. It actually looks cooler when it's broken. See? Hell yeah. So that's great. I don't know how much Geo was on my shade, and also I don't care. It's not relevant to me. That was a past life. Let it live its life. I will live mine. Give me a blade that is better. Oh, 250. So it was 850, not 800. Because a fragile strength is 600. And I thought this was 200, but it was 250. And now I have 240, so I need an additional 360. So I should probably kill everything I see. So, I'm actually gonna go back into the Soul Sanctuary so that I can get my simple key for free. Hee hee tee hee. Now you can see a nice simple key which you can get for free. That was a reference to Banjo-Kazooie, but I changed the word ice key to simple key. There was no point to reference that there. It's just sort of like a memory pops up into your head, and then you feel compelled to voice it. Because, you know, it's easy to feel that your thoughts aren't real. That they're... Because people can't read your mind, it's private, right? It's like... It's the one space in the universe that you personally have private knowledge of. Right? So because it's something you personally have private knowledge of, and you cannot share it with others, that perfect knowledge. It's not like you have perfect knowledge of it, but it's private knowledge. You can't ever share that private knowledge with others. At least you can't give them the experience you have when you are in your mind or whatever. You can't give your experience of being in your mind to another person. It's private in that way. So it feels as though it's not real, because it's the only part of reality that you can't share with someone else. And so it's lonely. The mind is a lonely place to be, unless you're plural. So it's very easy to feel like that's not real. But if you think about it actually logically, the truth is your brain is what's doing it, right? And your brain is real. And so you could imagine a future society having the technology by which to translate the current state of your brain into something legible as stream of consciousness, right? Like, whether or not that's literally possible, I don't know, but we can imagine the technology existing someday, right? Like, you know, Nihyaku Nin or so, you know? And in that case, the fact that your brain is private right now is really more of a reflection of where you are and what you are, rather than some sort of ultimate truth about consciousness. It's actually not a truth about consciousness at all, really. It's just a limitation of communication that, you know, could conceivably be surpassed someday. And, you know, maybe we will one day be able to Accel World link our brains and, you know, communicate freely like that. And I think that would be horrifying. Just absolutely dreadful and terrifying. I think that would be possibly the greatest disruption to humankind since the invention of nuclear warfare or Twitter. I think that it would cause massive, massive upheaval. Just real stress. Just real stress among pretty much everyone. But then, 20 years later, everyone's kind of good at it. Everyone kind of gets it. There's like the protocol, you know, stream of consciousness, sure, but don't dig deeper, you know. Like, there are some lines that shouldn't be crossed even by lovers, right? Like, sure, maybe you have people who you'd give your everything to. Maybe you even have someone who wants to have your everything. And that's cute. You can have that. Not for me, thanks. Psych, I'm all in. Fuck privacy. If anything, the lack of an afterlife or time travel based sort of distant viewing would be a major failure of the universe to satisfy my craving for attention. Honestly, I think it would be lovely if an alien civilization was watching every moment of every day of my life, including my inner thoughts, including my subconscious thoughts that even I am not aware of, including the, like, biological justification deep in the DNA for, like, what's going on, with annotated explanation and director commentary. I think that would be a nice way to spend a casual 80 years. If you have an eternity, you can do things like spend a casual 80 years watching some content, you know? And that content happens to be every second of every day I've ever lived. And, you know, if that doesn't exist currently as insanely hi-fi alien tech or insanely dubious future human tech, or better yet, insanely optimistic afterlife technology, you know, I would just be very disappointed. But the thing with that is it's like a question that I will never know the answer to unless I want to. If I want to know the answer, then it's no. That doesn't exist. That's silly. That doesn't even make sense. But I don't. So I will never have the answer. So I will always get to have the thinking that, you know, maybe I am sharing it. Maybe all of the dumb jokes I crack to myself are appreciated by someone other than the current inhabitants of this brain. But probably not. So, in that case, I'd recommend just becoming a writer. Wow, you suck shit, brooding Moloch. Get owned. Where's my fucking money, bitch? I need some goddamn money. I said I wasn't gonna get fragile strength. I'm gonna get fragile strength. I love it. I love it too much. I need it. Especially when I'm like stream of consciousnessing while not thinking about the game. It's like I'm doing two mindless things at once. And having a fully ungraded, a fully not touched yet blade nail was just not enough for me to beat Soul Tyrant without thinking about it. So I just want to be a bit stronger so when I go back, I can beat him without thinking about it. Honestly, I probably could if I just gave it a second try, but it took so long, and I don't want to have to spend that time again doing that. So instead, I just won't. I will be much more capable and stronger because I will have upgraded my power of the nail. Upgraded my nail power. I still need like 150 geo. I should definitely go talk. Oh shit, I also have to pay for Leg Eater's access to his charms in the first place, which is an extra like random 86 geo or whatever. Hello, buttface. How much do you want? How much do you want? 600. There we go. I rested there instead. So if I die, I can just repair my shit instantly. Just kidding. When you wake up from death, you have no geo. But still, it's the thought that is that hoe over there. I could go kill the Mantis Lords for money. Yay! Let's go! Gonna fight the Mantis Lords for money. Gonna kill the Mantis Lords and eat honey. Gonna fuck the Mantis Lords and get cummy all over the room. Oh, that's right. You came here this far and you thought this wasn't gonna be embarrassing? No, you didn't. You knew. It was clear. We all know what we're here for. I'm here for the reasons I already stated. You're here, inexplicably, for either one of the reasons I stated or something else. Those are the only two options. One of the things I stated or any other thing. Only those two. No other options. Life is very limited in that way. It's kind of sad. It's kind of like scary to feel that limited, but I'll manage. Oh no, he owned me. I am 28 years old. I was born in 1995. It is midnight. Wednesday, March 20th, 2024. And I am Loli Let's Player. Loli Let's Plays. Let's Loli play. And I don't sound like a lolly. But, you know, give me 100 episodes. Maybe I will. if I do a full run of Hollow Knight every night before I go to bed, and I record it the entire time, and I constantly practice my vocal range things, then yeah, I'll win. At the end of it, I will be the winner. And when that happens, everyone will be happier, because it'll be less embarrassing to have named my channel Loli Let's Plays. And it'll actually sound like it'll sound correct, or whatever. Because what I'm chasing isn't something real. What I'm chasing is just an idea put into our brains by culture, by societies, by other beings who have done things, who have done patterns, who have fit genres. And I want to fit a genre that I don't fit. What are you supposed to do if your voice doesn't fit the genre you want to fit it in? Change your voice. How do you change your voice? Practice. So, yeah. Can this be done? I don't know if this can be done. Nope. I was just checking. I was always curious about that. So that was that. So I just have to open up all the levers. I don't actually know if you have to open up all of them, but I do open up all of them. And then the actual thing that I'm trying to get to opens. Oh wait, no, it was already open, I guess. Just had to get here. Coffee break. Coffee break.
This is properly cold now. It's fine. It's fine.
So yeah. Mantis Lord. Hello, Mantis Lord. I hope to be your new best friend and get all your money. Oh, Mantis Lord, won't you be my friend? Oh, Mantis Lord, won't you play with me? Oh, Mantis Lord, won't you please die peacefully? Not that it matters. Doesn't matter if you die peacefully. It doesn't matter if you die with dignity. What is dignity? It's my first-person perspective. When I die, I lose that. Or I don't. Because again, no one really knows anything about anything. Except the stuff that we do. And that stuff's cool, if you're into that sort of thing. Which I am. So yeah. This fight's really cool. I like the Pantheon version, where you fight all three at the same time. That shit's crazy. It's like Asha from EG. It's like evolved Asha. The Super Asha in the Metroid realm. You know what I'm talking about? The Super Asha from EG in the Metroid room. You remember this? Of course not. I'm referencing a Game Maker game from 2007. Can't expect fucking literally anybody to know what I'm talking about. Seriously though, it's very reminiscent of that. So, if you liked that, maybe go play EG. IJI by Daniel Ramar. Fuck you, Leg Eater. That was a much cooler seat. I don't want that shit. Fuck you. Hell yeah, that's what I'm here for. Oh yeah, buddy. That's moolah. Give me that shit. I want to eat it. Yum 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 yum. Now let's go back to Leg Eater. And then Soul Tyrant, and then the sewers. Okay. So it's business as usual with my plan. Really it is. So, okay, what I want to know is, can I take this level of comfortability with my voice, this voice, the one I'm doing now, and can I raise it up in pitch without it breaking? And I think the answer is no, but I will try. Nope, totally breaks. It, becomes more hollow? Oh, wait. Maybe there is something there. Maybe there is something up there for me, but I don't know. It's so, difficult to maintain for any length of time. It's like I can maintain this, and I can maintain this. But there's no, clear middle ground between the two that works for me, you know? It's It's like the middle ground is the point where the falsetto breaks. And I do know that in practice you can learn to make that happen less while singing high notes by doing vowel shortening or whatever. Or something like that. But I don't know if that applies to just normal talking. But yeah, something around here. Does that even changed at all? Is that even different? Hello, what is out this? Is this a difference? Or did I just slip back into the other thing? It's like, this one isn't right. But the thing is, pitch doesn't actually matter that much. Most of the qualities you want out of a voice are more difficult to control than pitch, and that's why sort of you trap yourself by just focusing on pitch. But it's like, you know, what the fuck else am I supposed to focus on? I'm trapped, you know. I'm already trapped. What am I supposed to do, bro? Just vocal exercises? I could do that. What about there? No, what is that? What am I doing now? Oh, I found a broken voice that's semi-controllable. Oh, I'm going to Leg Eater. Oh, I'm going to Leg Eater, and I'm going to have some fun with him. It's like I'm playing around with my vocal range so much because I feel like eventually I'll find something. Eventually I'll both find something and awaken something, and my muscles will become, better, and I'll be able to do the thing. Come on, man. Give it to me. Thank you. Okay. Time to go fight Soul Tyrant. So yeah, but yeah, basically, I don't know what I'm doing. All advice has not helped. All of the advice has not really borne out much fruit. Like getting this far really made me happy, right? I got this far, to this. I got to this, and I was like, okay, I kind of like this. This is a cute voice. I could use this for characters. I could use this in voice chats. I could talk to people like this. This is fine. I like this. This is cute. Whatever. But it's like, I want more than this. I want the meme. I want the full meme. How do I get it? I don't know. So I'm just gonna practice until I get it. Just gonna practice until I get it, bro. So right now I'm fighting this guy because he was here, and I wanted to kill him. He's already dead, but he's a ghost, so I wanted to kill him twice. Or once. He's already dead. Second time, I want to kill him the second time. I don't know who killed him the first time, but I will be his final killie. And he killer. He is the killie, and he will be killed. and you'll give me some soul essence. I really could use some. I died. Every dream battle I've died so far, so that's kind of embarrassing. I really ought to get some dream essence, you know? Shut the fuck up, dumb defender. I'll come kill you again later. Seriously, same exact voice as dumb defender, probably. I mean, probably it is, right? There's probably not that many different voice actors for this, but, anyway. So yeah. I always stumble into that room anyway when I'm going to the City of Tears. It's just one of my things. I just end up stumbling into it anyway for no reason. And since I have the dream now, I figured why not just kill him. So I killed him, and so he's dead. That's my story, Mr. Police Officer, and I'm sticking to it. I unlocked this, right? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I fucking did. So that's a convenient way back here. City of Tears, City of Tears. Gonna have fun in the City of Tears. Da 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 da. La 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 la. Didn't open this though. Maybe I should have. Maybe I will do. I got that one from the British. Will do. Don't know why Americans don't use that turn of phrase. It's pretty good. It's like when you will do. Anyway, I will do. Wow, when I'm in shitty Elmo voice, enunciation becomes ever so much harder. But that's fine. Okay, it's open. Going back to Soul Tyrant now. Gonna have a good fight. Gonna have fun. Gonna get my soul essence. Gonna not regret my life decisions. Not regretting life decisions is easy. Just decide that it all happened. And that's that. And you're good. You know, rely on determinism or whatever cope you want to come up with. You know, you didn't know any better. You're neurotic at the time. You were mentally unwell. You were young. You hadn't figured things out yet. You were old, but still dumb. These things just happen. You're only human. You know, just whatever cope you want. And then it's okay. No regrets. Easy. In fact, I regretted things more when I was younger. So all you have to do is figure out how not to regret by the time you die, and then you'll die with no regrets. But it doesn't matter if you die with no regrets, because the state of your death doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter if you die with dignity or without. Doesn't matter if you die with honor or without. Doesn't matter if you leave your mark on the world or not, because you're dead. That's the end. And what truly matters is the middle. So, try to enjoy your life when you still live it, bro. Good luck. So yeah, Soul Tyrant. Safe, comfy boss fight. No problem. No fucking problem at all. I've, you know, in the Pantheon, I've beaten this guy without taking any hits. So, no big deal. Do you like how I didn't even comment on the fact that I just casually overcharmed myself? Well, I ruined it. I commented on it. So there you go. It was obviously intentional, but maybe it wasn't obvious. So now it is, because I said it. So now it is obvious, because I said it. So now you know. Good for you. But yeah, Soul Tyrant though. Soul Tyrant is such a guy. He's just such a guy that exists. Oh man, what a guy. He's my best friend. He would never hurt me, etc., etc. You know, he might have some rough edges, but I can fix him, etc. You know, that sort of thing. Oh, he's back. Want some more? That's okay. I got plenty. I got plenty to give. Got him! I hit him while he was falling. I saw the blood splatter. Might have even heard the noise, not sure. Oh, hello. Hehe. Let's go! Let's go, motherfucker! You gonna kill me? You gonna fucking end my run? Except it's the dream version, so there's literally no penalty for dying. Even if this was Steel Soul, which it's not. And I've already died earlier, so whatever. Fuck you, motherfucker! Okay. Alright.
I guess I'm gonna actually just pay attention and try to beat him. That's right. I'm still using the I wasn't paying attention excuse. But is it really an excuse or just evidence of my crime? Of failure? Yeah, it probably is one of those things. So, you know, it doesn't really matter why you did what you did. You still did it. But I don't believe in punishment for crimes because I don't believe in criminalizing human behavior. I do believe in protecting people from people. But how to do that sort of varies by situation. And that's why, you know, there will never be peace. Is because there will always, like, to have true freedom, you need the freedom to be a dumb bitch, right? And so if there's always going to be dumb bitches on their journeys learning, then even in an ideal utopia, in fact, especially in an ideal utopia, you're still going to have people, you know, being bitter, petty bitches with each other, and that's beautiful. And we're all learning, etc. And, you know, patience, whatever, who cares? Just live. Live your life, don't focus on the negative, unless you want to, or you're in it. You're swept up in it. It's so negative all the time. It's not that you're focusing on it, it's that you are it. You're living it. It is you. You are it. You know? And that's lovely. And I wish you the best. And good luck with that. And also me too. Let's go! Buddy! Yeah, I will admit, if I was trying to make this easy on myself, coming in here overcharmed, not a good idea. Right? Obvious. But I figured it was just like, you know, in the Pantheon, you do have the option to make them, like, ascended, and then they do double damage. So that's kind of like being overcharmed. It's similar. When you're overcharmed, you take double damage, so it is like that. It's precisely like that. It's precisely similar to that, sort of. It's precisely vaguish like that. It is exactly kind of like that. It is to the dot, approximately that. The limit from X to infinity of that is that. Sort of. Okay, I got his ass. I'm even healing, even though I think it heals you when you exit range. I'm not sure if that's true, actually. Alright, give me my 400 fucking dream essence, bitch. $420 blaze it! That was only 300. You dirty cocksucker. If he was a clean cocksucker, he would have given me the full 400 that I thought he would. But instead it was me who was dumb and wrong and full of shit. Damn it. I hate it when I'm dumb and wrong and full of shit. Oh, man. Nah, actually, I'm chill. I'm pretty much living right now, so, you know, that's cool, right? I guess what I could do is just stay in the vocal range that I'm comfortable with, because even this vocal range is one where it's not like I practice it all the time, so it's not like I'm always gonna be reliable with it. And also, I wanted to use it. I wanted to use it in an upcoming project, which is gonna be post-coming because we're jizz, semen, cum, splooch. It's because I'm gonna not post this video today. I'm, you know, scheduling it for a year from now. So it's like, what, March 20th, 2025? But the project I'm referring to is in my future in March 20th, 2024. Who won the presidential? Was it the guy or was it the other guy? Man, maybe one of them died and then it was that girl. That would be, oh, such a plot twist. Oh, so unreasonable. I can't believe this. So, yeah. Basically, so that, right, I don't know what's better, to practice the thing I'm already okay at, or to try to push beyond it. And I don't know if those are different things. I don't know if, like, by practicing it, do I push beyond it? It's sort of like, I walked every day, and now I'm running, right? It's one of those. That was pretty funny. I need to fucking take off my charm. But, I'm not gonna. So... instead, I'm just gonna come through here. Which is, not the right place. The right place is like... wait. I'm lost. Fuck it. Hello, bro. Yeah, please. Thank you. Alright, bye. I did that to be annoying. It worked. So. I need to continually find things to say, or else I will not be talking, and that would be defeating the point of this entire exercise. I need to remember to do all of the vocal posture things that I'm trying to do. How's this? This makes it sound like there's phlegm in my throat. This makes it sound like... this kind of makes it sound like I've swallowed something and I'm needing to cough it up. Or maybe it doesn't make me sound like that, but it makes me feel like that. Oh, it was saliva. Spoilers, everyone, it was saliva. So, yeah. Doing all my vocal posture things is probably more important than the pitch. And by probably, I mean it definitely is. But it's like strenuous.
and it's like active. And I forgot how to do them. So give me a second. You really gotta treat the inside of your mouth and throat as like a manipulatable substance that you can change the shape of. And then somehow you gotta become good at doing that. And that is difficult. That is strenuous. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna try to pitch this up now. Around here? Okay. So if I stay around here, this should be my current best. My current best is something like this. There was once a dumb cunt who I talked to, and she criticized me for still having male residence. And I'm just like, yeah, I know. She didn't explain how to not, so it was very useless advice. Thank you for nothing. I guess I'm just gonna keep continuing doing exactly what I'm doing until progress occurs, or it turns out to be completely pointless and then I stop. Or maybe I figure out the thing I'm meant to be doing all along and then I do that. My current concern right now, is that what if the audio for the game is up too loud and my voice can't be heard? In which case, this is the worst fucking video I've ever made. Not true. I've made so many, and they're all so varying of quality. Doma, 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 doma. Doma, 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 doma. Come back, man. I need you. Come back, please. 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 Please, you gotta hang out with me. Please, Dumb Defender, I need you. Come back. I gotta fight you, so you gotta not hang out below the screen. Thank you, thank you. I knew you'd return. I knew you'd come back for me, my love. So yeah, after Dumb Defender, After Dung Defender, I will fight White Defender and get my 400 essence, or whatever it is. And I might die several times doing that, but it's okay, it's a dream fight, it won't break my fragile strength, I don't think. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is like the meanest secret fight in the game, because literally, it's not even like indicated. Usually when you use the Desolate Dive to break through the ground, it's indicated, but not here. So, kinda mean. Yeah, let's go. Ba-ba. I think I might already need the Ascended Dream Nail to fight this guy. Or perhaps... I don't know. I think I might already need the Ascended Dream Nail to fight this guy. And in that case... like, if I already need the Ascended Dream Nail to fight that guy... then he's not gonna help me in my quest to get the Ascended Dream Nail. So he's completely fucking worthless. And a hypothetical viewer who has more encyclopedic knowledge of this game than I do, or at least more trivial knowledge and happen to know that fact, is shaking their head right now like, oh, I told you so. Oh, I told you so. But thankfully, no one watched this video except you. In that case, you know, it's fine. It's just you, so. I made this for you. I made this just for you. You know? I believe in a sort of mutual solipsism. Like, I might have my solipsism, but so does everybody else. You know? What if the first-person perspective is God, right? And so the only person who has that is the person who has that, which is everyone, which is you. But not me. If I had a first-person perspective, why isn't it here? Where is it? Do you see it? It's like that. That's sort of how it goes. So I like to spread bad vibes to schizophrenic people, and they appreciate it. It's all they wanted anyway. To feel like special or whatever. So I should probably just start saying random numbers so that someone out there who has a fetish for one particular number or another can come. They can come and they can be like, oh my god, it's my number. Oh, this God is real and it's me. Or whatever. 32, 78, 542, 7,891, 2,500,703.7. 5, 28, 17. Oh yeah, we're still playing. We're still playing Hollow Knight. You noticed? Alright, time to get whatever the fuck. Oh yeah, Yzma's Tear. That's the thing. That's the fucking... That's the what you do, Icky. That's the thingy. Oh yeah, we got that. So now we're gonna go to the Ancient Basin and get my ability to fly. Now that dream fight, I should be able to just challenge right away, and he will give me the 400 essence. That motherfucker. I'll kick his ass. Also, we're right fucking here. You know? It's like perfect. So good. I wonder if any actual speedrun pathing does that. Maybe, maybe not. Don't care. It's my pathing now, bitch. So... And away we go. So we're gonna go fight the Broken Vessel. Then we're gonna go fight the Lost Kin. I don't know if it was actually necessary there for either of those names, but, you know, I said it, so it's in there. Nah. Yeah, Monarch Wings will let us double jump. It is absolutely necessary for the completion of the game. Unless it isn't, and I just don't know. Again, the speedrunners are nuts, so... Speedrunners of all games are nuts. Because they do things that aren't possible for players to do, you know? They're only possible for speedrunners to do. You know, like the moment you become so good at the game that by playing it you do speedrun tech that's absolutely nuts, at that point you're a speedrunner, not a player. That was a rule. I made that up just now. I never thought about it before. I'll never think about it again. It's not something that you can hold me to as an opinion, and it's not something that you should hold yourself to as an opinion. It's not even like a good opinion. It's like kind of shitty. So it's like, who cares, you know? In which case, yeah, I think that's a lot of things. Most of reality just, to me, most of this whole reality seems to be one person making up a rule arbitrarily and then stubbornly sticking to it, and then other people adopting it stubbornly. And we just keep repeating bullshit to each other, and we call that a canon, or an ideology, or just like a theory, or whatever. Like, here's what makes movies good. It has a lot of tidbits. Wow. So cool. Let's go, bitch. Let's do this. Fight me! Fight me, fight me, fight me! Wow, I really... It's weird. Like, the vocal posture thing fades into the background, and I feel like I slip out of it when it does that. But I don't know if I am slipping completely out of it, if some of it remains, like if just enough of it remains, but I'm already not to my goal in voicing, so it probably isn't enough. Right? So... And like the things I do for vocal posture are basically shit I made up, because no one ever explained it in a way that made sense to me, right? So, it doesn't really matter what I do. It'll never be right, and it'll always be a failure, and I'll never be happy about anything, ever. But, you know, do it enough and it'll be cool. Get to me. Let's go. Tried to inventory drop for no reason. Just onto the spikes. That was stupid. But I did what I wanted to do. I wanted to inventory drop and then survive somehow. Let's go, let's heal. So yeah, this is the Lost Kin. It's, you know, it's a very aggressive fight. But there's places you can heal. You know? It's pretty cool. But you don't really need to heal, just, you know, dodge all of its attacks. Forehead. You know, easier done than said. Because, like, dude, doing it is so pleasurable and easy once you know, have the muscle memory to do it. But actually saying it, embarrassing. That's like bragging about your skill. You can't do that unless you're a horrible person. Only horrible people are proud of themselves because only horrible people have accomplishments. If anything, accomplishing is evil. Or at least that's the lesson I gathered by mainstream media. Okay, I got it in my head that cold coffee tastes bad because of pop culture, and now my brain is making it real. This is good. I love cold coffee. Damn it. Damn it. It'll taste so bad. Fuck. Oh, man. Mind over matter over mind. Alright, round 2, Lost Kin, let's do it. I'm already injured before even entering this area. So I should probably just kill you without taking damage, huh? That would be the cool thing to do. If I was like a cool player of this game who was cool or whatever. Nope. Didn't do it. No full combo today, folks. Ouch. But at least I am at full health. You can tell I'm concentrating when I stop talking. Can't you? Can't you tell? Don't you? Didn't you? Haven't you been? Aren't you? Didn't you? Can't you tell that I'm concentrating when I stop talking? Can't you tell that I'm playing worse now that I'm talking? Can't you? Don't you? Surely you can tell. Ah, fuck. Alright, let's go again. It's such a fun fight, I don't mind replaying it over and over again. And also, I'm stubborn. I hit it again. I'm entering a fight with a health missing again. Stupid. I don't want to. I want to have full health the whole fight. Damn it. I took another damage. Let me be at full. That was sick. I killed the ghost behind me and I hit him at the same time. You see that shit? That was cool. Damn it! Damn it! Die! Damn it! Damn it! You jumpy motherfucker. Oh, that ghost almost ganked me. Almost fucking ended my fucking run of this dream battle. I dashed right into him! Mommy, did you see that? I dashed right into him! Come on. Damn it. I'm actually having a lot of fun fighting him. Things like this, it's sort of like when you view someone failing a lot, it's frustrating, even to watch it. But I'm not frustrated. I love Lost Kin. I love the fight. I've beaten this fight without taking a hit many, many times. Now, again, my muscle memory is rusty on account of, like, it being like a month and a half or whatever since I was that good or whatever, and I haven't really played. I switched games a lot. No, that's not really true. It's just this isn't my main game. It was just like a fun little thing. And also, in those fights where I kill him without taking any damage, I tend to have the Quick Slash charm equipped, which you don't get until Kingdom's Edge. And I usually also had a fully upgraded Nail, maybe with Fragile Strength equipped as well. Or even, like, permanent strength or whatever. I walked into his fucking face. I walked into his face. No big deal. I'll keep going. I was going to finish this in one try without taking any damage to show how cool I am. Instead, I'm showing how uncool I am. Which was already obvious by the rest of the video, but still. Or maybe it's cool, maybe the thing about it that's cool is my perseverance. It's that, like, I'm clearly displaying skill, but I'm struggling. It's like some sort of almostness. I'm, like, almost there to the point of mastery, but I'm not there. And it's frustrating to watch, but it's not frustrating to live. It's lovely, it's practice, it's repetition, it's learning, it's growth. It's fun. It's also time. Time spent having fun is the meaning of my life. So, life fulfilled, I guess. But there's no life fulfilled and die happy. It's life fulfilled, life fulfilled, life fulfilled, life fulfilled, life fulfilled, unfortunately die. You want to try to have a fulfilled life as much as possible. It's not something that happens and then stays happened. It's something you reach temporarily whenever you're content. So try to make it so that you're there a lot. And then life is good. GG. It's like that. And if you can't do that, sorry. My bad. Shouldn't have even suggested it. Good luck, though. Oh, nope. I thought I could get him, but I thought I could come back from healing and hit that ghost, but no. Anyway. Fuck you, dude. You're dashing all the time. Shit. Oh, shit. He jumped on me. He was probably almost dead on every single attempt that I failed. Count the hits. Oh god, count the hits. Imagine actually rewatching that to count the hits. Oh god. I just want to hit him again, like he's a Dream Warrior fight or whatever. But he's not. I love coffee. There's my fucking 400. Hell yeah, bro. There it is. My fucking 400. Oh, to love it. Ooh. There it is. My 400. Ah! Loli Let's Player cannot do the Loli voice. Loli Let's Player can do Elmo at best. Unless there's a way to shape my voice. Oh. Is there a way to shape it so that it's better? Is there a way? Is there a way? Maybe there is, but when I get there, I don't think it'll become Loli. I think it'll become this. This is something that I've achieved a few times, but it is a fleeting voice. It leaves me as soon as it comes, and then it becomes more like the other voices, and then I slip into them instead. And that's very unfortunate for me, someone who would like to be doing it at max whack the whole time, but I am not really doing that, so... Oh yeah, I'm outside of the dream, so I probably should make sure I don't die. Why am I returning down here? I need to go back. Go back up there. Go back up. Ow. Go back up. Go back up there. Go back out. Go back up there. Go back out. Don't know why I keep adding in the ow. But I did. So cool. Now I think I will not sit on this bench because I didn't pay for it, and I'm not starting now. But I will kill some husks, or whatever the fuck these things are. There's one. There's two. Now I need to kill more. There's three more. Now I've got just enough. Because of course I want the pale ore. You think we're gonna not upgrade the nail again? Oh no, we are gonna upgrade the nail again. Hello, baby. So yeah, according to my memory, there's a pale ore down here. Wrong! That was a worm. So according to my memory, there's a pale ore over here. Up here? Up here? Where you don't need the desolate dive to get at? Down here? Oh, you have to get these guys. This is a mandatory fight. Alright, I got him. Thank you for your patronage, sir. There it is. There's my pale ale. Pale ore. Pale ale is the Hunter x Hunter OVA OP from 1999 or whenever it was. I recommend the Hunter x Hunter 99 anime adaptation. It's by the same director as the Spy Family anime adaptation, and it has 90s aesthetic which matches the fucking character designs because same era, dumbass. Also, the colors are better. Also, the animation is cool, really cool, and sure, it doesn't look clean and digital, which is cool. It is cool that it does not look clean and digital. It is cool. The voice acting is good too. Obviously, watch it subbed. There's only like one dub of the 99 version, and it's like, I think it's like notoriously awful and like doesn't even cover the OVAs. And so, yeah. I mean, actually, if it's notoriously awful, I would recommend you watch that as well. But not for a good experience, but for a good experience, you know? Like a good time, but not like quality. I mean, a quality time, but bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you want good, Japanese only. Yeah. So I guess I'm just gonna upgrade the nail right away. Actually, wait a minute. Since I'm already here, I may as well get the Dreamer. Or do I need to awaken my nail first? If you have to get as much essence as to awaken your nail to do the Dreamers, that would be sense-making, though maybe annoying for speedrunners. Or maybe fine. I mean, it's a speedrun to play, you know, the game as it is or whatever, so just, that's fine. Right, I need to go all the way around. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hello, buddy. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, motherfucker. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do it! Yo, we're doing it! Gotta get all the way up here. Up, 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 up. It's the Watcher's Tower. It's the tower. Gotta get up to the top. Oh, hello, worm. Grub. I guess I'll do the thing. Why not? Psych, I love not doing the thing. Because this fight is comfy and easy and safe. Or something that killed my Steel Soul run so many times that I went to the Pantheon on a different save and practiced the fucking piss out of it. So now it's like I've downloaded it basically into my brain. Like I'm not at all worried about this. So it's fun, you know? It's just a good time. You know, it's the little Watchers. They run around like Sonic the Hedgehog in their balls with spikes. You know, they fight, they attack with the nail. You know, it's cool. They're very cute. They have a few different patterns. Not that many. Easy enough to remember, respond to. Owie. I need to heal. Thankfully, there was time to heal. Hello, guys. I dashed there. I meant to jump. It's okay. Like anything I've practiced a bunch, I'm rusty on it. So there's always the chance that I die and lose my shade. I don't want to. I want to live and keep my shade. Nope, I died and I lost my charm. No. Well, in that case, I'll put Mark of Pride back on, and sure. And fine. Since I died and embarrassed myself and showed my full ass and balls to the camera, I may as well do the thing, make the boss slightly easier. You know, whatever. Haha! Get fucked, idiot! So I will do that. I will kill the lantern, make it kill the guy with the kill, and the kill. So, up I go. But at least I'll have all my soul back. There we go, full soul. Hell yeah. Hello, buddy. Keep coming at me. Keep coming at me. Now my attacks do much less damage. Unfortunate. But I have the Defender's Crest on, so there's that, I guess. Just pooping everywhere. Just shitting everywhere I go. Causing some minor damage to occur. Wow, he bounced right onto me. Wow, he bounced right onto me. Get fucked, idiot. Oh, fuck. No, now I'm the one getting fucked, idiot. Damn it. Let's go! Haha, double hit. That owns. Oh, I died again. I wasn't even looking at my health. You probably noticed that. Okay, run over.